There are a number of reasons why poverty has become an epidemic in Africa. Poverty can be the result of political instability, ethnic conflicts, climate change and other man-made causes. However, one of the greatest causes of poverty in Africa is also the most overlooked: the lack of access to clean drinking water. Nearly 1 billion people do not have access to clean, safe water. That's the equivalent of 1 in 8 people on the planet. For these people, poverty is a fact of life. The good news? This is a solvable problem. The lack of water is often an insurmountable obstacle to helping oneself. You can't grow food, you can't build housing, you can't stay healthy, you can't stay in school, and you can't keep working. Without clean water, the possibility of breaking out of the cycle of poverty is incredibly slim. With unclean water sources often miles from villages, many of the able-bodied members of a community are forced to spend hours each day simply finding and transporting water. The typical container used for water collection in Africa, the jerrycan, weighs over 40 pounds when it's completely full. Imagine how demanding it would be to carry the equivalent of a 5-year-old child for 3 hours every day. Some women carry even more, up to 70 pounds in a barrel carried on the back. Hi, what we're seeing here is a typical scene in the village of Nasenyi, which is in the eastern part of Uganda. We have women, children. There's a guy there on a bike who are collecting water, really, just for their everyday needs. There's distinct yellow jerry cans used all over Africa. This lady on the left-hand side here carrying a baby, she becomes a bit of a significant person within this video clip, and to the extent where she actually explains and gives us some background about the water source itself. Apologies for the shakiness of the video recording. I am actually riding a bike. Dad and I have gone out for one of our regular morning rides. Just a bit of exercise for the old guy. Not just him, but me as well. I'm not getting any younger. Anyway, so in the distance there you can see people walking towards the water source, also walking away from the water source, having either collected or going to collect their water. And this water, you'll see the quality of it. I mean, when I saw it, I nearly cried. It was shocking. But they're using the water for everyday needs. You know, we have the benefit here in the UK of obviously being able to simply turn a tap on, drink it straight from the tap. It's clean, drinkable water. These people here use the water for the same needs, the same reasons: for drinking, for bathing, for washing, for everything really. And having to collect it in one of those yellow jerry cans, as you can imagine, is very, very time consuming. These people might walk 1 mile, 2 or 3, or even 4 miles. It just depends obviously where they live. And the journey isn't necessarily just limited to one. They might make 3, 4, 5 or 6 journeys a day, depending on their personal family needs. As you can see, Dad's getting closer to the actual water source itself. Children, women are queuing up to get the water. So what we're hoping to put here, or certainly very close to it, is some form of a protected water source. Most likely a borehole. The location or area in is a place called Kuule, K-U-U-L-E, named after the guy who owns the land here. So there's that lady who becomes significant in this video recording. Right now they're very, very fascinated by the video camera, so they've been invited to simply come and have a look and just see what a video camera does. We take, again, these things for granted, but I think it's the first time they've seen a video camera. So there you see clearly the water itself. The quality is just shocking. Kids inside there, they should be at school, they should be doing other things. Just, you know, doing kids stuff really, just playing and enjoying, but having to work hard. So it's some form of child labour. So what we're hoping with the successful implementation of a borehole is, you know, being able to provide people with clean drinking water, reducing the amount of time they're dedicating to walking up and down to collect this water, and also just improving health standards. So I'll keep quiet because Dad's going to start translating now. The lady is speaking, and I'll leave you to listen in really.
Okay, so this well is called Kuule, after the man who was the resident there. This is his land. Okay. So this is for, I've been using this well for a long time. Just by the man I can make a lot. So in 1986, it was there. As you can see, the spring, and it doesn't dry. During the dry season. Okay. They use this water for drinking water, for preparing food at home. All the works at home that is required for the home use. As you can see, she's saying, they just walk into it, and as she's going to do, and then draw the water, take home. So what she would like to do is, she wants this water to be covered, become a protected spring with a pipe so that it's safe for drinking. And if we can do that, this well is very good. But at the moment, it's very unsafe. For example, you can see algae here, and you can see goats here also by the well. And of course, this is not good for human consumption. You can see frogs in there. This is a project which is possible to cover. And over there, you can see all the families, all these are lighting up. Different families taking this water. Example, there's one girl over there carrying water all the way, passing by the bush that way, brings the family. How it's to be the two. It's a family of people like this here. This man had to all over. When you conflict, you have been dressed something. They take this water and they have there's no way they don't have other means of getting water, which is safe, so they get abdominal pains, diarrheal diseases, worm infestations, but they can't do anything to help. The other phenomenon you see is that children always come for the water. A form of child labor, but that's how they help for their home.
Soon after making the clip you just watched, my father and I came up with the idea of the Kuule Water Project. On my return to the UK, I shared the same clip with some very dear friends of ours. They also felt inspired enough to do something to help. In May 2011, we formed the charity WellBeing. In October 2011, we achieved registration with HMRC for tax purposes. Our first major event was a charity canoeathon. For the event, entrants were required to paddle 5 miles in canoes or kayaks along the canal from Walsall to Wolverhampton. Given time and support, we feel the canoeathon has potential to be an annual event in the calendars of people in the Midlands. This is just one of the many ways we raise funds and awareness for our work. A definition of well-being is a contented state of being happy and healthy and prosperous. Through the activities and events we organise, we want to achieve this for all involved with us in the UK as well as Africa. One of our main aims, as outlined in our constitution, is the prevention or relief of sickness and poverty in Nasenyi, Uganda, by providing or assisting in the provision of education, training, healthcare projects, and all the necessary support designed to enable individuals to generate a sustainable income and be self-sufficient. Dr. Magondi, my father, grew up in this village. He knows firsthand what's required to break this cycle of poverty. He, along with my mother, made the decision some years ago to return from their life in the UK to make a positive difference in people's lives in Uganda. I'm very proud to say that they're achieving this. However, there's only so much they can do on their own. We need help. We need your help. My parents built Riverside Medical Research Centre, which opened its doors in November 2005. Riverside is located in Badaka district in the eastern part of Uganda near Mbale. It's in the heart of the community. The village is home to about 4,000 people who are mainly farmers with a very small source of income. The major percentage of people in the village are either children and youth. Life expectancy is 45 years for women and 49 for men. The average number of people in the nucleus family is 7, but most people have what we call an extended family, where even uncles, aunties, cousins and grandparents live in the same compound, and sometimes in the same house. Because people in the village have many children, raising them is a tough job. 99% of the people in the village are either semi or totally illiterate. Working closely along Riverside, WellBeing can have a direct impact and will be able to help members of the community break out of the poverty cycle, which will enable them to have a better standard of living and have a good sense of well-being, therefore achieve a level of self-reliance we strive for.